Hey, what's up everyone? Over the course of the pandemic, a lot of things shut down, leaving me just a lot more time to work on projects that I want to. One of the projects I've been working on with my dad is his conversion campervan. Now, there are a lot of moving parts in what makes a good campervan, so before one does embark on that journey, there is a lot of planning and researching and purchasing the right parts. Today I'm going to be talking about what are some of the major considerations that we had to look at for this project. In this video specifically, I'm going to be talking about vehicle selection and programming. For us, we can foresee using this van potentially to go skiing or just for local road trips around Ontario in the spring and summertime. Possibly driving across the country, but we'll have to have a pretty robust heating and cooling system if we want to do that. Some other questions you might want to ask yourself is this more of a recreational vehicle or could it be more of a temporary or permanent housing solution? Are you a frequent beach goer or mountain goer? Do you need a vehicle that has a bit more off-roading capability, or you're going to stick mostly with the roads? Are you going to be traveling somewhere cold, hot, or somewhere with a more temperate climate? Taking a look at some of these questions will help you see whether or not you can save on your budget in some of these categories, and will help you prioritize which systems in your van have to be more robust or are must-haves and which things you might not need so much. We opted to go for the ProMaster 3500 because it handles like a minivan and it's got a nice small turning radius. As well, it fits basically everyone in my family standing up, minus me because I'm extra tall. Keep in mind that when you're building your van, weight is a big factor in how the van will actually drive and perform. So generally, you don't want to have too much weight up high. So I'm just going to go over an overview of the furniture that we'll be using in our build. For the furniture and fixtures, we'll need a sizable bed, possibly one or two more seating options, a kitchen sink and counter space, a fridge for food, as well as a portable toilet would be a nice to have, and possibly some extra storage space. Moving on to equipment, I'll be talking about power, plumbing, and air systems. We need a pretty significant power source to power the heat pump, especially if it's cold outside. So we are looking into a larger battery bank, but currently we've been testing with a smaller portable battery. But we are looking at investing in a power source that will support the lights, the air conditioning unit, and charging whatever miscellaneous devices. As for plumbing and having a kitchen sink, we're going to be needing some sort of running water or water tank as well. So we've opted to go for a 25-gallon water tank, as well as the 12-volt electric water pump is a nice to have. We'll also need a gray water bin to collect the water from the sink, and that's something we'll probably have to dump out manually. For the air system, we have a AC and heat pump unit that's mounted on the back of the van, and we're going to be powering this off a large battery. And we haven't quite decided whether or not we're going to be going with a ceiling fan, but if we do go with one, then that's probably something we'll be looking to install during the spring or summer months. Here is a brief overview of some of the items that we looked at early on for our build. Feel free to pause it and take a look. So here's what the mock-up of the van is. So if I take off the outer layer, this is what it's going to look like. And entering the front door, we have a passenger seat. As well, we have the galley for the front kitchen sink over here. Fridge is going to be over next to the kitchen sink. And for that IKEA corner sofa bed, we are going to put it over at the rear of the van. And this is actually going to be a pull-out bed. So if we actually pull out the bed, let's close this little storage unit first. And then we pull out the bed, then it should look something like this when it's pulled out. And that would be the mattress in the back. Right above the bed, we also have the interior air conditioning and heat unit. This will actually connect to the outside of the van. Over here on this side, we have the washroom partition, and then we have another storage unit over here. The front, back to the passenger seat, I'll just end off with the table on that side. Underneath all of this, if I pull out this wheel, we will be having the water tank stored underneath. There isn't too much to show here, it's just a big tank. But other than that, the last little bit of storage we planned was to just have a little garage space over at the rear. This project has been on the back burner for a little while now, and it looks like we're finally making some progress. So far it's been a real process to go through, and it being winter right now, it's been quite cold and we haven't had a lot of chance to go out and work on it. But I'll continue to make update videos every month on our current progress. In next month's video, we're going to be talking about the air system, the insulation, and how we're going to be installing that. So if you want to stay up to date, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you don't miss a video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you guys in next week's video.